Okay, welcome back to your Caribou Data Science channel, America, and also welcome back Twitch. Today is
All
Wednesday,
right.
December the 1st, 2021, and we'll see you.
Right. Let's go back to
Okay, so let's
main
just take a look at the U.S.
repository,
numbers for today.
SQL for data scientists.
You, let's see how Jenna's doing.
Exercises. So, in case
Create a
you're
new. Okay, what
unfamiliar
is she
with the
doing?
book, it was written by Renee Teat, I think. I'm not actually completely sure how you pronounce her last name. Also known on Twitter as Becoming Data Sci. I know people by their Twitter handles.
Okay.
This is what
I
the
have a
book
different
looks
book,
like.
but I'm sure that one's okay.
And there's an interactive SQL editor online, but the interactive SQL editor uses SQLite, and SQLite doesn't even have a date data type.
That's decent.
So you can't really do date functions, and I really want to get some practice with the date functions as well. So I'm going to create the database local. And she has the files to do that online.
Yeah, so there's I'm actually doing two things with
Let's see,
SQL
where
right
did I
now.
find that?
I'm doing I'm working through a course on Udemy titled the Complete Oracle SQL Certification Course.
Site.
Of course, the kicker about that is, well, if you read further down the notes, they basically say, well, yeah, this course is complete. It's not really good enough to get
and
me to
here are
pass
the support
the
files.
Okay. Another thing, I'll just go ahead and look at this right now, since we're right here anyway.
Public, add a README file. Oh, I need to update my README for that.
I'm also got a book, which I haven't started yet.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be. Leave that out. Don't think we really need a license either.
So here's the course I'm taking.
Repository.
Okay. The Complete Oracle Certification. Well, except for the fact, the course is it's a complete course. It's not everything you need to know in order to pass the certification test. At least that's what they say in the description, but in the description below in the notes below the video. It's kind of funny. And I'm also looking at a book entitled Library. And I've also got this book here. Okay. Cover. Okay. So I got this book here, which I haven't started yet.
Right. Streaming
this book involves SQL. It also starts out. It also uses
yep, in my downloads.
Python and Excel and stuff like that, but it's mainly about the power of SQL. Okay, so that's another thing. That's the second thing I'm going to be starting a little bit. The third thing I'm doing is right now I'm also looking at a series of
So these are the
videos by
files that came
a channel
with it.
on YouTube called what Alex the Analyst, I think's what it's called, and it's a series of it's a series of SQL. You're trying to create projects, case studies for your resume. Okay, so that's something else I'm doing. I'm actually may look at that at the end of actually. I will probably be ending this video after we read a chapter from Ernest Hemingway
I'm not sure how far we're going to get
it's close
today
to
because I do have
4:30.
to
Okay.
stop at about
Anyway, let's take a look at the
4:45,
U.S. numbers now.
which is about 20 minutes. But let's get it started. I at least want to get the database created, although maybe that will take longer. I'm not sure.
Okay, since January of 2020, we've had 48.5 million cases. Since the last week of February of 2020, we've had 780,140 deaths.
GitHub there.
We're currently averaging 71,614 deaths per day, which projects out over the next 12 months to 26.1 million more cases. Okay, we're currently averaging the U.S. Make sure we start the video here. Okay. Okay, so we've been averaging 1,217 deaths per day, COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. per day. It projects out over the next 12 months of additional 440,229 deaths.
Except for...
Okay. Of course, you got to keep in mind, people, cancer and heart disease probably comes very close to killing more people in the U.S. than COVID-19. But yet we don't count COVID-19 deaths. But every year with cancer and heart disease, right, we set the counters back to zero. Okay, this is something to think about. So we really should be only we should really only be looking at the current numbers.
Except for, of course, I cannot
numbers.
even.
And the current this is the current number of cases.
I can't even copy and paste
for the U.S.
anymore.
For the year.
My license expired.
Well, this is 20 million.
Should have expired a while ago because it's associated with my university account.
10,
but
15,
it finally
20,
just
25.
expired recently.
So right now we're close to 30 million cases for the year. Okay. This is the cases by quarter, and you can see that the third quarter 2021 is the quarter with the third most cases so far.
I really like Postgres.
And you come down and look at monthly cases. Again, you can see we had this declining pattern, fairly low numbers down through the spring and summer. Then in August, September, we had a big spike before the cases dropped back down again. Now, if we look at monthly or weekly cases, again, the long declining pattern through spring and summer, the spike up in July, and the declining pattern again. And as the news media will tell us now, well, it looks like COVID-19 cases have stalled and are starting. Okay. What about daily numbers? You can see right now as of on January the 8th, U.S. cases spiked at 303,487 before having a long declining pattern down into here. Then another spike on September the 7th at 265,426. And finally on November 30th, we finished up at 116,588 cases for the day, with an average of 88,252 cases per day. Now, if we take a look at deaths here, you can see that again our deaths for 2021 have passed 2020 deaths. And again, the third quarter deaths for the U.S. is the quarter with the third most deaths so far. Monthly cases, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We shouldn't lose track of this big declining pattern here.
No, that's not what I wanted to do.
So what happened here? Was this Delta variant? Was it unvaccinated people? God forbid. Or was it just another wave? Or was it just another endless cycle? Okay. So we had a 2-month increase in COVID-19 deaths here, followed by now November was the second month where we had a decline in COVID-19 deaths. Weekly deaths, you can see this number right here, declining all the way down before going back up. Okay, so what you can see here is this long declining pattern in COVID-19 deaths during the spring and summer. Then the big, then the fall
Let's see.
rebound
I
back
wonder
over here,
how much of this
followed
though is
by another declining
specific
pattern.
to
And here's the
MySQL.
thing: deaths are more important than
May
cases.
have to use MySQL.
Okay, because it's because that right, which really makes sense. So even though the news media may want to talk about cases, look at the
I read
deaths.
somewhere that it's
Washington
technically
University
pronounced
Institute
me.
for Health Metrics and Evaluation says
named
the
after
single best
the
measure of the spread of a
creator's
pandemic
daughter.
is COVID-19,
like
is deaths.
Nordic
Not
name.
cases, not hospital beds, not ICU, COVID-19 deaths. So this is why this declining pattern here is so important. That's why this declining
Yeah, I have
pattern
a
is so
feeling
important.
these backticks
Let's take a look at the
are
COVID-19 cases. So on January 20th, the COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. spiked to 4,442 before long declining pattern down and through here.
Maybe I need to, yeah. Alright, let's just do the easy thing and do MySQL.
Then you can see on September the 16th,
I'm not sure if the script will work.
Deaths spiked again at 3,461 deaths for a single day.
And maybe
before finishing up on November 30th at 1,359 cases.
Or I could
with a daily
experiment
average
with
of
recreating the
995 cases
script
per day.
in
Or deaths per day.
SQL Alchemy,
Here's the question.
which would allow you to
Here's
use
the question.
any
for every 100,000 people in the U.S.,
database,
how many people have
DBMS.
COVID-19?
I will think about that.
Long declining pattern down at
Okay, so let's follow the original
for every 100,000
instructions.
people in the U.S. right now,
Installing
right around about
MySQL
25.
Server, installing MySQL Workbench. I'm pretty sure I previously installed and then removed those from my computer.
Have COVID-19 in America. For every 100,000 people, a little over 25 people have COVID-19. Now, for every 100,000 people in the U.S., how many people are dying of COVID-19? Well, this line here is 1/4 of a person. So we're somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2. So right now in the U.S., for every 100,000 people, somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 of a person is dying of COVID-19. Okay? Which is probably numbers you won't see on the news media because that's not the message. That's not the message they want to put out. Okay. Okay, America, this concludes your report for today. So that takes care of this. Oh, hey, look at this over here. Nice green VS Code.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so let's come over here now. Rename this.
Alright, so let's do.
Let's just begin to upload our files.
Install MySQL.